guys, I'm Brooke, and this is
Zack.
Hi, Zack. We have a really important announcement, and that is that we
are
vegan. We recently have made the lifestyle switch from eating omnivorous, like the standard American diet, to eating vegan. And not just eating vegan, but living that way too. And it's been quite the process, and we just wanted to kind of tell you guys about it, tell you why we did it, what our reasons were, what we've noticed since going vegan, and just all that kind of stuff. And it's just kind of like our coming out video to everybody, because not everyone knows yet that we have made this change. So first we wanted to talk about our why we decided to go vegan, what made us make that change. So my reason, first I watched Cowspiracy back in November. November.
Yep.
And I watched Cowspiracy just upon the recommendation of a mutual person that I knew on Facebook, and it really changed how I was viewing things about the environment and just food and everything, and it was really interesting to me. So then I had Zack watch it with me, and from there we watched a bunch of documentaries. And yeah, what was the one that really stuck out to you? What made you decide to go vegan?
Well, for me, I didn't do it as much for the environment as you did, but the one I always remember will be Gary, how do you say it?
Gary Yourofsky.
Yep, his speech.
Yeah, the best speech ever on YouTube. I will link that down below because that was a really powerful speech. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one really made me think that, I think that's what we saw that after we made the switch, didn't we?
That's kind of what made us start leaning towards doing it.
Okay. What we were doing first was eating a plant-based diet, and eating mostly vegan, but still we would drink milk, or no, we didn't really drink milk, but we would eat things that had milk products in it or cheese. And once we even went to get fondue with this jerk chicken and this steak, really good.
Yeah.
And we went there and we were like, oh, it's our vegan day off. And that's just kind of before we understood things. There's a couple on YouTube called That Vegan Couple, and they made this video basically saying that once you see all the things that we've seen in the documentaries and the videos that we've watched, that there are no excuses anymore, and that there is no being vegan 70% of the time. You either are or you're not, and once you see the footage, it's time to grow up. And so that made us kind of talk about it, really ask those important questions. Do you think we should do this all the time? Do you think this should be our lifestyle? Or should we just keep doing what we're doing and plant-based eating, but kind of lying to ourselves and saying that we're vegan, but we're really not? And what did you say?
Well, I was the one that really pushed towards the end that we should just do it, because at this point it wasn't benefiting anyone just to do it halfway.
No.
And personally, I'm doing it more for my health, because I've read a lot about negative effects dairy, meat, and eggs and cheese have on your body. I've read in a lot of different places, including textbooks from school, just little different places on the internet, and even within some of those documentaries. So a lot of it was for me just not wanting to get cancer or heart disease, things like that.
Nobody wants that. I'm doing it more for the environment, because I'm doing it for health reasons too, because I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get cancer, I don't want to have bad cholesterol or high blood pressure any more than just living on this planet is already going to do to me. So I want to be healthy, but mostly I want the planet to be healthy for my kids, for my kids' kids, and just generations down the line. I don't want to see fishless oceans by 2048. I don't want this planet to be destroyed any more than it already is. So I'm doing it for that reason. He's doing it for that reason, but whatever reason, it's important that you go vegan, whatever your reasoning is. What is being vegan? We've talked to a few people about it, and I don't think that they really understand, family members and friends. Being vegan means that you don't consume any animal products, including honey, dairy, meat, fish, poultry, anything like that. You don't consume anything that came from an animal. In addition to that, you also don't wear leather. You don't have down pillows. You don't, you don't use anything or put anything into your body that came from something that had a mother. Basically, is the whole thing about veganism. It's just living cruelty-free. So the steps that we took toward being vegan, we spread out the process for like a month or two by just cutting down on dairy and eggs. I haven't eaten an egg just a straight up egg since November, or just had a glass of milk. I haven't done any of that since November, but cheese has snuck in, milk products have snuck in, like in Nilla wafers, or, just like mashed potatoes and stuff like that. So that whole process of just cutting out the meat in general took about a month or two, and dairy was like the final thing. The final thing that I had that wasn't vegan was probably macaroni and cheese, and the final thing you had was the chicken at the buffet.
Yeah, lunch chicken at a Chinese buffet.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was just like the process of cutting those things out little by little, and then watching the documentaries, educating ourselves, just learning more about the planet, learning more about the lifestyle, testing foods, testing vegan versions of our favorite foods, like vegan nuggets. What else?
Meatballs.
Yep, meatballs.
Macaroni and cheeses.
Yep, macaroni and cheese. Different kinds of cheese for like grilled cheese, pizza. Because the thing about being vegan is that everyone's like, oh, I could never do that because I can't give up this. We have that, whatever that is, just a vegan version of it.
Yep.
Like, we can still eat burgers, we can still eat pizza, we just can't eat pizza and burgers that are
the way most people eat them.
Yeah, we just don't eat. We eat them, but we eat a cruelty-free version of them. In this process, we've really faced different strains. Like, I've had a harder time eliminating cheese from my diet, and you've had a harder time eliminating, like, what would you say, like chicken wings and like...
Probably just like meats I've been eating for the last 20 years.
Yeah, because we were both very, very omnivorous, but leaning towards carnivorous. We loved meat. He loved...
ribs, burgers, chicken.
And I loved fish and burgers and steak and chicken and like all that stuff. We really liked that. So it's not like we're coming, and none of our family, I don't know anybody who's vegan. I've known one vegetarian in my life, or two. And
I've known just 2 or 3 vegetarians too.
Yeah, so it's not like we were born this way. Obviously, we did have to transition, and we both have faced different struggles in this transition, but overall, I have not been tempted nearly as much as I thought I would at all. So, yeah, it hasn't been very difficult, but we've both faced some struggles and everything, and just trying to, people making fun of us, like our friends or, family or whatever, and saying that we're insane. And yeah, the 26th is our 1 month of not, of being cruelty free. So yeah, vegan, whatever.
Yep.
That's our 1 month, and it's coming up fast. Some benefits that we've seen so far. I've been trying to lose weight forever, and in exercising the same amount but eating dairy-free, meat-free, vegan, I have lost 6 pounds in 5 weeks. I haven't been able to lose any weight in over a year doing the same stuff, but now I'm eating vegan, so I've been losing weight. Do you think there are any benefits that you've seen so far?
Well, I don't really know for me, but my mom, when I told her, she said that I was looking more awake.
I can see that. You do have more color in your cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said that I look more lively, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I've also noticed, as cheesy as this sounds, it's very true. It rings true for me. I think that our relationship has gotten better since going vegan because I don't know if it's just because now I no longer feel that subconscious guilt from like killing animals, but I feel happier. Like I feel like we're doing something together and we're doing something that matters and something that's so important, and like just doing it together makes me feel closer to you. And I don't think we argue as much.
No.
We still argue, but not as much.
Yeah.
And even if I wasn't with you, I would still be vegan. I wouldn't be vegan. I don't think I would have gone vegan because I wouldn't have had the initiative, like thinking about you and me and our future and any kids that we might have and like their future. I wouldn't have thought that far ahead. But at this point, if we were to break up, I would still be vegan.
I agree. You're right. I wouldn't have become because I just wouldn't have known or seen or even thought about it just because I have done this my entire life. So
yeah, same.
And haven't given it a second thought. It was just something that just happened subconsciously.
Yeah. This is definitely a way that I can't ever foresee myself not being, just because, like that vegan couple said, once you see what we've seen, you have no more excuses. The inconvenience, where it is inconvenient sometimes because you just want to eat the frickin' marshmallows, but you can't because you're like, oh, of course, they're not vegan. While it is inconvenient, it's so worth it. Especially, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I just feel a lot better about myself and just health-wise. Even not a lot just because it's still fairly new, but I definitely feel different in a good way.
Yeah, me too. And I can sleep better knowing that at the end of every day, just knowing that I have not caused harm to any beings in the entire day. Unless I, like, punch you or something, you know?
Which happens a lot.
Yeah, or pinch you. So it's just, you feel better as a person. And I think that since we're feeling better as people, we're feeling better and we're working better as a unit together. Subscribe for new videos all the time. And a lot more vegan videos in the future. Bye!